You're all gathered at the table, pizza, check. Cursed artifacts, check. Prepping lore, double check. And as you introduce Michael, the big fat squirrel, they reply with silence. So why do players avoid roleplay? Let's get into it. It's much deeper than you realise. When we're young, we're programmed for imagination and roleplay, playing games like Cops and Robbers, Princes and Princesses, and Knights and Dragons. But as we get older, something changes. We become afraid to speak out of turn. Did you know glossophobia is the fear of public speaking? It's often ranked above fear of death or even extreme dangerous situations. It sounds crazy, doesn't it? But it's not, because people aren't afraid of speaking. They're afraid of being judged for what they say.
Whoa, Mark, that's talking about being on stage in front of hundreds of people.
Not really. It can be a classroom, a work meeting, or even around a D&D table. They know what to say, but they don't say it because of that fear. The most important thing is comfort. Your players need to feel comfortable at the table and with each other.
Wait, isn't it just some people are shy and some aren't?
Even confident people can shut down with new players. Players avoid roleplay because the game doesn't really reward it.
Wait, but roleplay is its own reward, right?
It can be, but for most players that's not enough. In combat you get XP, loot, progression. In roleplay, often nothing. But maybe reward it. Inspiration, small common magic items, or even luck points. Even these little rewards will reinforce the RP at your table. Roleplay takes energy. Sometimes people just don't have it.
But they came to play D&D, aren't they expected to roleplay?
No, they might be coming from work, school, stress, or just life in general. Sometimes they just want to relax, roll some dice, kill some monsters, and have a laugh with friends. And that's okay, and don't expect Oscar-level roleplay every session. When I first started trying to increase the roleplay at my table, it did happen, but very slowly over time. Then you start to notice people opening up. Sometimes the most unlikely person at your table becomes the roleplay master of the whole group. So if you struggle with anxiety and it feels like the room is gonna swallow you up the second you speak, try D&D, get used to roleplay, get comfortable with the people at your table. And after a while, those fears you had at the beginning start to fade. You grow more confident, more relaxed, and better at roleplay. Roleplay is a skill, just like any other. And yes, the older you get, the harder it can feel to learn or step into.
Great, so if I'm old, I'm doomed. Thanks.
No, that doesn't mean you can't. It just means it takes time, and you absolutely can improve at it. DM, you're the one who sets the bar.
Wait, why is it the DM's job? If the players aren't role-playing, isn't that their fault?
No, if you want players to roleplay, you need to show them how. You lead it. You become that example at your table. Playing the weird characters. Play the strange ones, mysterious ones, evil ones. Playing these over-the-top, chaotic, memorable NPCs. Because players match that energy, not instructions. You might be role-playing 80% of the time, and your players 20%. But that 20% is still way better than zero, and after a while their RP will just increase. And another thing, most players are beginners. You can't expect them to roleplay perfectly right away.
But D&D is a role-playing game, isn't it?
Yes, and that's exactly why it takes time to learn. Encourage them to bring up past sessions in character. Maybe connect backstories, share goals. Because suddenly roleplay has something to attach to. Like maybe they all want to build a cheese factory empire together. And as a DM, don't rush everything, leave space between combat, travel, and quests. Just pause, let things happen. And here's the important part. Over time, players do open up, you'll notice it slowly. More jokes, more voices, more character moments. And then eventually you can start adding crazier NPCs and situations. As a DM, ask questions. Give players space to respond. And if one player is taking all the spotlight, gently shift it. Make sure everyone gets a moment to shine, because roleplay doesn't happen when one person dominates. It happens when everyone gets space. And sometimes after the session, talk to your players, not to pressure them, but to help the table grow together. So why do players avoid roleplay? It's not just one reason. It's fear, comfort, energy, experience, reward systems, and table dynamics. And once you understand that, you don't force roleplay, you build it.